What is up, dudes and lady dudes? Welcome back to Just Nuts Guys. Today, oh my goodness, tonight we got the evil twin archetype completely revealed. Apparently, it's all about e-girls by day and your favorite phantom thieves by night. Crazy. This is not where I expected this archetype to go, but the artwork is insane. You're going to see when we get there, but let's just get into it. I don't want to waste too much time. Let's just get reading on some cards. I haven't read any of these, by the way. This is completely blind. I just saw the artwork. All right, first up, we have Live Twin Ki-sikil. That'll definitely change in name, but look at this artwork. Oh my God, that's crazy. All right, it's a level 2 light cybers. I thought this might be a cybers deck. That means Signet mining is alive. That's actually really huge, right? Her attack is 500 and her defense is 0. You can only use her first effect once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned and you control no other monsters, you can special summon one Lil-la monster from your hand or deck. Okay, we got a tour guide. Like, that's just like straight up like tour guide in archetype. I'm assuming there's going to be more than one monster you can bring out with that, but we'll see. Also, the second effect says each time an opponent's monster declares an attack, you gain 500 life points. That doesn't seem that big, but I don't know. It's a little effect. That's not important. Obviously, the first effect is the most important one here, but I'm sure we'll see how these fit together. So, good start, though. Strong, like, good, solid first monster. Next up, we have Lil-la. This is Live Twin Lil-la. She's kind of the edgy one, I guess. She's a level 2 dark Cybers effect monster with 500 attack, 0 defense. You can only use one effect of this card's name once per turn. And wouldn't you guess it, if this card is normal summoned or special summoned and you control no other monsters, you can special summon a Ki-sikil monster from your hand or deck. Same thing. Also, your opponent must pay 500 life points to declare an attack. I mean, it's small things, but I don't know, like, I guess going into time, forcing your opponent to play through these effects. If they're in defense mode, they're not dealing you life points anyway. They're like, do I even want to attack? They're going to go up life points on me. Pretty cool. Another tour guide. I mean, that's essentially 9 copies of tour guide in your deck because you're probably playing Signet mining in this deck for consistency. So 3, 3, 3. Okay. Which moves us to our next card, Evil Twin Ki-sikil. This is the Evil Twin version, so this is still a Ki-sikil monster, and it's an Evil Twin. Okay. It's a Link 2, though, which is kind of interesting. It's a Light Fiend Link effect monster. It's a Fiend randomly. Okay. I guess it makes sense. Like, by day, they're cyber, so they're like e-girls online. That's cybers in the cyberspace. And then by night, they're badasses that steal things. Okay. All right. Actually, I'm into it. Okay. Cyber's Fiend. All right. 1100 attack. It points down and to the right, and it takes any 2 monsters, including a Ki-sikil monster. So it does open up the deck as well to potentially play a couple of, out of archetype cards because they can still be used as like material. And you can only use each of its effects once per turn. The first effect said if this card is special summoned and you control a Lil-la monster, draw 1 card. Okay, +1. Seems like it might take a little bit of setup, and maybe there's combos there. During the main phase, if you control no Lil-la monsters, quick effect, you can special summon a Lil-la monster from your graveyard, but you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for fiends. Okay. During the main phase, I like that, so it's during either player's main phase, which means you could just like reborn these guys, and if you reborn them on your opponent's turn, they still get the trigger to pull out the other one out of the deck, which is really nice. That's actually pretty dang good. I like that a lot. And then it locks you into fiends, which isn't the end of the world. There are some good generic fiends in the extra deck anyway. We're just thinking about nightmares are all fiends. You could still make a unicorn, spin something back. The Unchained Link 4 is a Link 4 fiend. That's actually not a bad card. So there are some other things that you could use there, but okay, I like that. It's an extender. It doesn't disrupt, but it is an extender, draws a card, and potentially gets you a free monster on the field. I like it. Which then takes us to Evil Twin Lil-la. This might be the same exact thing, but opposite. So it's a Link 2 Dark Fiend Link Effects monster, 1100 attack, just the same. Points down, bottom and to the left this time. And it takes any 2 monsters, including a Lil-la monster. Of course, you can only use each of its effects once per turn. If this card is special summoned and you control a Ki-sikil monster, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. I like it. That is much more what I'm looking for. The second effect looks the same though. During your main phase, if you control no Ki-sikil monster, quick effect, special summon a Ki-sikil monster from grave, but you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Fiend. So same thing on the second effect, but the first effect, I like that a lot. I mean, I think both the extra effects, like the first effects, are solid. You get a draw off this one, and you just get to target any card on the field and destroy it. Yes, please. And just based off of how this archetype seems to want to work, that doesn't seem too hard to set up. So definitely a big fan. I think both these Link monsters seem good. I think all 4 of our monsters seem good so far. Let's keep going though. It looks like our last monster in the main deck is Evil Twins Ki-sikil Lil-la. Okay, so this is how this works. This is going to be them combined, so it has both of their names in it. So you can, I believe, these don't have restriction level-wise. Yeah, both of these can just special her from the deck, so don't forget about that. And these girls can also special her from grave. Okay. We have a level 8 Dark Fiend special summon effect monster. It's also searchable off of that one Bakura card. 22/22 is its stat line, so pretty good. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand or grave by tributing 2 Link monsters. Okay, that's way different. Okay, so you can't bring her out of the deck. That's what I'm getting out of this. She has to be summoned from hand or grave. She cannot be pulled out of the deck by way of the other 2 girls. Okay, but she can summon from grave too, so even if you can just send her, she can pull herself back. She does have to tribute 2 Link monsters though. Interesting. Anyway, you can only use the first effect this card's name once per turn. First effect, if this card is special summoned, you can make your opponent send cards they control to the graveyard until they control 2. Okay, so like a sort of like pseudo evenly matched. They have to send, they're not banished face down, but it doesn't target. It does let your opponent pick, and they get to keep 2 instead of just 1. But that could be a potentially really powerful effect, especially after something like a Dark Ruler no more. Force your opponent to send, and they have like 7 cards on field. They literally have to send like 5 cards. Could be decent. And the second effect said, gains 2200 attack and defense while there is a Ki-sikil monster and a Lil-la monster in your graveyard. Okay, so it gets huge. Okay, I was expecting this card to do a little more. This might even be cuttable. I don't know, because just based off of this line, must be special summoned from hand or graveyard by tributing 2 Link monsters. I'm assuming you can't just pull her out of the deck off of these 2, which does become a little lackluster for me, and her summoning requirements are pretty brutal, tributing 2 Links. That's kind of hefty, and her effects are like interesting but not like amazing. So definitely an interesting card. I'm curious to see what if I'm missing some kind of implication there, but all right, let's move on. Next up, we have a quick play spell you called Live Twin Entrance. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name once per turn. Discard 1 card as cost. Special summon a Ki-sikil or Lil-la monster from your deck, but you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn after this card resolves, except for Evil Twin monsters. Okay, not bad. I mean, it's I guess kind of like an E-telly, but you do have to discard, so you know, just depends. You're giving up a little bit of advantage, but the Ki-sikil and Lil-la monsters also give you a free special from that point anyway, so you're doing fine on advantage. Next up, we have Live Twin Channel. This is a field spell card. You can only use each effect of this card's name once per turn. When a monster declares an attack, you contribute 1 Ki-sikil or Lil-la monster to negate that attack. Second effect, during each end phase, you can target a Ki-sikil or Lil-la monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, or if you control no monsters, you can add it to your hand instead. This card's not so good, like at all. I think this card's actually pretty brutally bad, if I'm being completely honest. But who knows? I don't know. Maybe this has some other implications that I don't see here, but it doesn't seem too overly good in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, it just seems like a potentially add 1 back if you have no monsters on the field, which obviously is not the goal of the deck. I don't know. Pretty weak. Next up, we're going to some trap cards. I think we finished with 3 trap cards, actually. Yerp. Okay, we've got Evil Twin Challenge. This is a normal trap. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name once per turn. Target one Ki-sikil or Lil-la monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, then immediately after this effect resolves, you can link summon one Evil Twin Link monster using monsters you control. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. So I'm thinking the idea here, just going off the top of my head, you can take like a Lil-la into a Ki-sikil, like normal summon a Lil-la, summon a Ki-sikil. The Ki-sikil will summon a second Lil-la from deck, and then you could link those into one of the link twos. From that point, you would have two engraved. You could just set this card, and during your opponent's turn, you could revive one to then link into, I believe, Lil-la, the Lil Link monster. And then as long as you still had a Ki-sikil on the field, make like guarantee you had a Ki-sikil on the field, she would then be able to just target a card and pop it on summon, which is kind of like a pseudo like unicorn-esque situation. Not the end of the world, and then she can extend you by getting you free specials from that point as well. So actually not that bad. I actually kind of like that. Or draw a card potentially if you want that too, but I don't know how good that is. But okay, opening this plus either of the twins, either of your 9 cards that gets you to twins is actually pretty decent. Actually technically 12 because the quick play gets you there too. All right. Moving on to Evil Twin Easy Game. Okay. This is a continuous trap card. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. First effect, you contribute a Ki-sikil or Lil-la monster to activate these effects. The first one says target a Ki-sikil or Lil-la monster you control, and it gains attack equal to the attributed monster's original attack until the end of this turn. That doesn't seem that... Well, I guess you could buff the links, but even then you're like tributing one... I'm assuming you're tributing the small one to then buff a link by 500. That seems pretty bad, especially if you got to tribute a monster. Meh. Oh, I guess you could tribute a link to buff a link, and then they're like 22. Still meh. Alright, when a card or effect is activated that would destroy a card or cards on the field, negate that effect. Oh, that just said if a card or card is activated, just a continuous that just negates something every turn. It's only cards that destroy a card on the field though, so this card's probably not playable in the archetype, I would guess. I probably wouldn't be playing this if I'm playing the archetype, honestly. And then we move to our last card. This is a normal trap card. You can only activate one card of this card's name once per turn. If you control both a Ki-sikil monster and a Lil-la monster, you can activate one of these effects. Target a Ki-sikil or Lil-la monster you control and a face-up card monster your opponent controls, and switch control of those two monsters. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I mean, it does swap your opponent for a link material, but like, depending on what you're hitting, you could be stealing something pretty good, right? Okay. And the second effect says target one set spell or trap card your opponent controls and shuffle it into the deck. Again, that's not terrible back row removal. I think this is fine. The only thing I will say is none of the spells or traps are searchable. So even though I think this trap, and this spell are decent, none of them are searchable. It's definitely something to keep in mind. All right, we've got everything we have here. Let me make sure. Let's see, we have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. Oh, we don't have 20. We're missing a spell. I just want that on the record. This happened with both the other archetypes. We're missing a card here, so we are going to get one more card. Don't forget that. Anyway, as far as what I'm thinking about the archetype, I think it's got a pretty good start. I think both of these monsters, just as normal summons, represent a huge amount of advantage. I mean, essentially just 3 automatic link materials off the bat, plus actually more than that. I think each of them is like an automatic link 1 essentially, because, or I'm sorry, a link 4, because it goes like Ki-sikil, like normal summon her, special summon her, then she special summons. Oh, okay, they have to control, so she doesn't special summon one of those, but then you can link them into one of them. One of the link 2s, and they reborn one. So and then there you go, you've got there, and then you can reborn another one on your opponent's turn, which is 4 monsters with the link materials in I guess by your opponent's turn, but still that's not terrible. Plus the fact that if you're going second, you're just like making Lil-la, you could have like potentially already popped the card, which is pretty cool. Some of these cards don't make sense to me. I mean, like, they make sense, like, I guess they make sense, but like, this archetype has cards that are very strong, right? I think this card is strong. Obviously, this card's strong. It's like the same card. I think both the links are pretty strong. I think this card's not. I think this card's decent, but it discards a card, but it still gets you to your engine. This card's not. This card seems okay, but it's not searchable. which takes away a lot of value. I guess you could play Trap Trick because both of these are normal traps, but other than that, I don't see a ton of value in these when they're not searchable. This card's not good, and this one is, like, again, like, pretty good, but it's kind of the same thing as this one. When they're not searchable, it definitely takes away. They seem like good utility cards, but they're not utility if you can't search them out. So very interesting. I think we've got a handful of these cards that seem very, very good at just, like, getting that engine going, but I'm curious where the payoff is, right? I'm kind of looking for the payoff. You have, like, restrictions locking you into fiends and stuff. You have certain, you know what I mean? You're just, there's some things slightly missing. I'm very curious what this last card will be. I think that'll tell a lot to us. And I'm also curious because, keep in mind, guys, Konami loves to do this. They make a deck build pack, and then just, like, in the next core set, the very next core set, maybe even the one after, these archetypes get, like, 1 or 2 cards, and they change everything. Like, they're a huge buff to what the archetype was. Like, think about Magical Musketeers. They just got, like, max 2 years later, and, like, the deck is forever, like, now, like, a actual cool rogue deck. So we'll have to see. I think it's a cool start. I think the engine possibilities are there. I need to see a little more. I need to see that new card. I need to see whatever we get in the future. But I'm definitely excited. I kind of want to pick them up. I do. But I was already interested in Magistus, so I might just be picking up this set anyway, just trying to go in on some of these archetypes. But yeah, that's going to do it for me here, guys. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below. If you think I missed anything particular about this archetype, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Of course, I'm just one guy. This was a completely raw reading. And yeah, so that's going to do it for me here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.